Hi everybody! We start today's episode with a special of Miggy's show and tell.
Yeah! We had to wrap up the last video super quick, obviously needing to check out of our last hotel, so I didn't get time to do my cool show and tell.
I feel like I want to do another one too later on with a bit more in depth about Disneyland because I feel like we cut that way too quickly.
Oh yeah. Disneyland did not get enough time. It did not get the time that it deserved. I'll just start off with my sick Disneyland merch that I got. So Halloween wise, I got this really cool t-shirt that has like Donald and Mickey and Goofy, I think all three. Yeah. Yeah, it's got all three of them looking all spoopy and cute, and then some bats on the back. Pretty cool, right?
So cool.
You can hold that. Oh, thanks. And I tossed up about getting this cool as backpack. Did you throw that away? Disrespect. I got this cool as Mickey pumpkin backpack that is freaking adorable, and you can fit so much traveling junk in this bad boy. It's perfect.
Slaps hood.
And then this is probably my favorite thing that I got. As we spoke about that enchanted tiki room that's a little bit racist, but has really, really cool merch. Look at this sick ass jersey I got. It's the best. So that's the back and that's the front. So it's got like the little birdies out of the enchanted tiki room on it, and it's freaking cool. So that's my Disneyland merch, except for I also got a poison apple mug that I left in the car. So
And the lightsaber, we're probably going to show that again a lot of times.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that's also in the car.
That wraps up today's episode of Miggy's show and tell.
For now.
For now. So back into Diaryland. Where we left it off, we drove from Anaheim, we drove to Santa Cruz. We stopped over at Pismo Beach on the way, which was really cool. We just stopped and kind of just went along the pier there. I feel like there's piers everywhere. There is piers.
It's pretty normal for ocean town, just quietly.
Famous.
Well, we're just sort of only just moving on from show and tell. I forget if I said so in one of these, but I wanted to try and get like a souvenir kind of t-shirt thing from most of the places that we went. So obviously from Pismo Beach, gotta find some sort of cool merch from there. I got this awesome as neon orange jumper for like $11. So it's got its cute little logo-y thing on there, and on the back it's got like a compassy kind of deal going on. But my favorite thing, this is going to be hard to show without putting my arm in it. Maybe I'll just put my arm in it. It's like the coordinates of where Pismo Beach is. So stay tuned for Casual Friday. If I work with you in the office, this bad boy is coming out. Anyway, moving on.
Awesome. So we used our time at Pismo Beach very well. And then by the time we got to Santa Cruz, we'd driven about 7 hours that day. So that was pretty much the entire day was taken up with driving. But it was nice to finally get out of the city.
Yeah, and we found a really cool radio station, so that was great. It was like
pop rock.
Yeah, pop rock. So like pop hits of the late 90s, early noughties.
It's pretty much if you were a teenager in the 90s,
this
station was for you.
Yeah, it was great.
Which was really cool. So that helped get us through the 7 hours. That was pretty much that day. And then day 9 was in Santa Cruz. We went down to the pier at Santa Cruz.
There was another pier.
This one came with sea poppers. There was so many seals everywhere.
It was awesome.
They were like, at first we got there and we saw one down on like was it like...
Oh, like a little boat.
Docking
station kind of thing.
And we were like, oh!
I was a little bit like, is it dead?
I'd seen it move before you came over, so I knew he was alive. But then further down, you realise that under the pier, they are everywhere.
It's just where they go to nap. And these like pier strut things where they get up and nap were probably a good like meter and a half out of the water. So they obviously just like come like like up out of the water and just land on these like pier structure beam things, and they just were like love and life sick. It was amazing.
It was really good. Then we went to the Boardwalk amusement park. So it was very much like the Santa Monica Pier, except rather than being on the pier, it was on the boardwalk. Whereas it's just a huge amusement park. It's kind of like Luna Park, only about 10 times as big.
And not as dingy and ratty and old looking.
Yeah.
I think it was probably almost better than Santa Monica Pier in terms of like how much
I
stuff
actually
there
liked
was.
it better. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. It probably wasn't as like picturesque as looking at the Santa Monica one from the sides, but it was much better in terms of what they had. And then we went on a log ride. They have one of those water log rides where you're like fanging around on it and swoosh down and water splashes everywhere, which is really good because it was like 28 degrees or something.
It was like at least 29, 30.
30 degrees. It was
hot.
It was hot.
Yeah.
So that was really good. And then we had some leftover money because they get you to load up like cards rather than just pay cash for things. Kind of like a time zone type deal. But and then we had some dollars left over, so we went on this like water pistol game, and you won that.
Yeah.
And you won
Fair and square.
Where's our little man? We have a new mascot for the journey.
Yeah.
What's his name?
It's Fred.
Fred the Fireflower.
Yeah, he's great.
He'll be joining us on the rest of our trip. He's like a little Groot on my shoulder. He fits really well in the pocket of the overalls, we've discovered.
Yes.
Yeah, so Fred will be joining us from now on.
Yeah.
And then after we left there, we went to the Henry Cow Redwood State Forest.
Correct.
Which was this crazy huge. I've got a mess on my thigh. So, yeah, Redwood Forest, and so that was really amazing, except for the annoying other tourists that may or may not have been there. But we saw deer, like wild deer. We saw deer when we were in Japan, but they were kind of in like a deer park. Like they were wild-ish.
They were free to come and go.
They came to us for food and stuff like that.
They've been very much tamed, like by the people that work there and live there and stuff, but they're super cute still.
So these were the first time we've seen deer in the wild, which was really cool.
They were super like Bambi-esque.
They were really pretty.
Yeah, they just were like pure. Untouched by man.
And there were squirrels like all over the joint.
The squirrels were adorable.
Yeah, I'm down for a squirrel.
Yeah.
We discussed bringing them to Australia, but we wondered whether the plague of squirrels, how the ecosystem would deal with that.
If Simpsons has taught me anything, it's just don't mess with the ecosystem.
Could be a new rabbits plague all over.
Yeah.
Yep. That was really cool. Those trees were huge. They were called giant redwoods, which was pretty apt. Yeah. And then after we left there, we went to the mystery spot.
Mystery spot. So mysterious.
Which
What is the mystery spot? I still don't know.
Still not quite sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went on this little tour and they took us sort of up this hill and they sort of used all sorts of props, basically. Like levels and planks and...
They had spirit levels and things to like show you that everything was like perfectly flat and level and stuff like that, but it'd be like they'd put a ball on one end of a plank that you thought like visually looked higher, but they would have proved that it was like flat with the spirit level, or was it the other way around? I don't know. Anyway, you'd think one end was like going up like this, and they'd put a ball on the plank and like push it so that it looked like it was going downhill, and it would like roll back up the other way like it was defying gravity.
Their whole shtick was that gravity does really weird things there and they couldn't really explain it. So a lot of it was just visual, I think.
Yeah.
But it did feel really wacky to be there.
It was very trippy. I think it's probably a lot of it is optical illusion stuff, I think, with the cabin thing that they've got there, which apparently has been there for however many.
They're like, it slid down the hill and it stopped in this location and we're not really sure what's holding it. And I'm like looking on the side and there are so many props and things that are holding up in its spot. And I'm like, sure it's not those.
Yeah. But it was very well done. If it was just hook 'em, it was very well done.
Yeah, it was lots of fun. And we got some funny photos and stuff there, so that was good.
Yeah. Except there was this one
Family.
tiny child, particularly the child, that I just wanted to punt, to be honest. I wanted to punt him straight down the hill from the mystery spot, but knowing the bloody mystery spot, he'd probably come rolling back up the hill, wouldn't he? I get to punt him again. Anyway,
that was good.
That's my love of children there for you.
Although we are tourists, we don't particularly enjoy other tourists. And then after we left the mystery spot, we drove to San Francisco, which was like an hour and a half, 2 hours
Something like that.
drive. So yeah, we got here last night, and we went out and about today. We started out going down Lombard Street. We're actually on Lombard Street where we are here, but further up towards the city side is the really famous zigzag road, which like the road itself is on sort of an angle like this, so rather than having it go down, they kind of zigzag along. You've got to go like 5 miles an hour or something.
I don't know what it is with, like, I don't know why you would decide to build a city here, because it is the hilliest city I have ever seen in my life, but it's really cool. It's just kind of terrifying to drive a little bit up and down.
It feels like being on a roller coaster.
It
just
does.
Driving the streets.
Every time you go down a street, you kind of start up here and you're like, ooh, ooh. Yeah, so it's a bit of an adrenaline rush just driving around.
Yeah, like the people who walk around here, and there are tons of people walking and riding their bikes around here, must all be so fit. That's why we reckon the Bay Area Derby team is good, because they walk around here all day, every day.
I think my calves have doubled in size just the one day we've been here.
One day.
Yeah.
But that was really cool, and you could see really clearly out to Alcatraz, and you could see some bridges and all that sort of stuff. And then we went to Haight Street, where there's a whole bunch of like Victorian, Edwardian architecture, and it is so amazing. The designs of these buildings are just so pretty.
They're all like, the whole facades are all just bay windows, and the detailing with the painting and is it architraves?
Yeah, architraves and all that sort of stuff. The painters in this town must have work coming out the wazoo, because the painting in these is so like detailed. Like it would take months to paint one of these houses well if you're just one painter.
It's amazing. I could definitely live here. It's really cool from what we've seen so far. So
there's a lot of parks, and it feels a lot more like they've thought about lifestyle a little bit more in this city than what would have been around the last week or so. It's just kind of nice.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after that,
we went to the Golden Gate Bridge. So we ended up driving across it initially, which was really cool. And then we went to try to find Kirby Cove, which is a place Megan had found, which was good to take photos from, except where we went to turn off to it, it was like road closed, and that's the only way the Google Maps had it. And we went past the entry, which just doubled us back around, and we ended up crossing the bridge again. We're like, right, okay. And so we ended up having to go and cross the bridge a third time to try to find a back route to this lookout area. But it was really pretty once we got there.
We got there in the end. We're gonna have to pay 2 lots of tolls now,
yeah,
but that's okay. Yeah, so we went up to Kirby Cove, which has like a really amazing lookout where you can see the whole layout of the bridge over the, what is it, like
ocean.
I was gonna say inlet or something, where the bay kind of area is all like nice and curved around the city, and you could see the city in the background from the bridge. It just was really, really pretty, and super glad we persevered with trying to find it.
And there was people up there, but there wasn't too many people up there, so it was not too busy, which was really nice. So we got cool, clear views of everything, which was funny. We laughed because we went up to the main part where people were, and we're like, oh, look at those people standing on the other side of the barrier. How rude of them. And then we got there and we're like, let's stand on the other side of the barrier. It'll give us a better photo.
Let's go over that safety barrier. So we were those annoying tourists as well. So two can play at that game. Yep. And then we pretty much have just kind of had a little stroll around the neighbourhood where we're staying and tried to find something for little Joey to eat.
We ended up going back to Mel's Diner for the 3rd time.
Yep.
It wasn't very good today.
Mine was good.
I tried to buy something that wasn't my normal fare. They didn't turn out very good. And this is why I always get the exact same thing every single time.
Yeah, this is like the one time she didn't get chicken tenders out of pretty much nearly all the dinners we've had. She's had chicken tenders.
Almost.
Rookie mistake.
Chicken tenders or calamari, I think, has been everything.
What did you get this time? Rotisserie chicken.
Rotisserie.
Still chicken.
It was like the special. It was like a roast rotisserie type deal, and it seemed really good, and it was very, very bad. Let's just not talk about it anymore.
I feel like we've rambled on for 16 minutes. This was meant to be a short one.
We don't know what we're doing.
Anyway, that's enough of that business for today. We will see you
next time.
Ha!
Bye, everybody! Next to the mystery spot and the yellow slug, Miggy's gonna try the mystery food. That is Twinkies. Bring it on.
They smell pretty good.
They smell good? What do they smell like?
They smell like sponge cake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're a bit sticky. Oh god. Oh, stuck on the paper. Oh no. Okay. Kind of looks like a banana slug a little bit.
Eat it.
You wanna smell it? Or look at it up close? That's it.
What does it taste like?
Like obesity.